How we get push setup. Kid track leading. Just having obs on the high ground, won't see anyone. DC know exactly what's going on here. That's why we see IX Mike on that bottom lane. Enchantress net worth still pretty darn competitive. Chipping out these towers, forcing complexity back. Enchantress push speed isn't really anything to write home about. Even when you do dominate that catapult, it's okay. It's just that pressure of losing towers as complexity will have to fight over towers elsewhere. It's really where DC are going to be wishing they had a little bit more of a kind of AoE setup. If they had like a Blink Burrow Strike instead of this Doom, by the way, getting chewed apart by Chessie. So many more options are going to jump. Get the on the right. Kill off.
Really tight, Hunter.
Being able to claw her down first. And they also able to get the Static Storm onto the Death Prophet. Another just straight matchup that Complexity really want to have. If they, in any given fight, can Static Storm the DP, that should just be an insta-win for them. Seems like just matchup-wise, in that particular fight, Complexity got the upper hand. Now Ursa, Blink, and Basher. Complexity, they still haven't taken quite as many structures as they would perhaps like to at this stage, but they are winning these fights, keeping the net worth lead. And on the Ursa in particular, like, this is a hero that you very frequently see, much like a DK and a Razor, get really far ahead in the mid game, but then start to fall behind unless there's going to be constant fighting. So Complexity have to keep constantly fighting. Scan goes red as Z-Freak will be falling back. Scan stays red, and with these creeps in the area, Complexity know that there's a smoke here. Moo will blow it from the low ground. Find the Doom here, but AY pretty bulky. Is he tanky enough? The right, okay, Limp's coming in. He's super dead. And Chessie's gonna jump from the side, kills off Stan King, and once again, he's found IX Mike. Shock slow, hoping for that bash. Well, this is a Decrepify. Again, Ursa versus Decrepify is unpleasant, but they'll just glimpse him right back and obliterate her with the magic damage. Complexity now will be looking at some of these tier 2s. Moo still has a lot of duration on that dragon form. Limp has more than enough mana to make this push happen. There's going to be a tier 2 at least. We see DC trying to get a couple more items on Ritsu in the meantime, pushing top lane. Same thing for Bryle on bottom. Bryle is really poor right now. A level 1 Exorcism isn't going to be doing nearly enough here, especially since they have a Wild Wing aura, +3 armor, and of course that DK. Continues as who's gonna jump in with, oh, Chessie, and just annihilates Stan King. Okay, they do doom the Ursa, but he doesn't care about that at all. As now they get the Veil onto the Doom. Static Storm is gonna be latching the Doom inside. Ursa closing in despite being doomed. Might lose his Aegis. Looks like he actually won't. Blink out, and he's fine. Take down tier 3. Oh, he's actually blinked right in. He blinked right on top of the Death Prop, and now Bryle's on trouble. Got bashed after the Force Staff, and will go down. Chessie, again, may or may not lose his life, but it doesn't matter because he has that Aegis. Rack still dropping as, oh, Enchantress zaps herself on the Nether Ward. That damage was insane thanks to the Decrepify. Once again, Chessie's going to jump right on top of this Witch Doctor. 2 shots. He's doing what he can, but he can't do all that much. Complexity make a huge death blow push. Ritsu's gonna backdoor the tier 1 tower. That's all well and good, dude, but this Morphling is not ready to fight yet. DC, we're definitely hoping for a little bit more success off of this mid lane Death Prophet. Perhaps a little bit more momentum in taking down towers in between the pushes of Complexity, but he's been really well effectively dealt with. And now at this point, we're looking at BKB for Moo. BKB on top of that basher for Chessie. Oh my god, is Z-Freak at Aghanim Scepter? Oh my god, he's like pretty much at Aghanim Scepter already. 20 minutes in, 420 confirmed. Razor CI grips. All these BKBs coming up on complexity. These are, we're gonna win the game right now type of items. You know what? They definitely, clearly have enough power in order to do that. Now, this is gonna be the Aegis expense there. But just wait a little bit for Z-Freak to get this Aghanim Scepter. Get a couple of those big Ancients flying around, and then Chen is gonna have those locked up in the fight, as opposed to before where you could actually get them devoured or something like that. You can't do it yet. Doom's level 9 compared to level 20 he needs. Enchantress can't do that either. Z-Freak's micro game gets a lot easier at that point. And of course Chessie, you know, he's just gonna be able to jump in and not worry about taking really any damage from anyone at that point. Smoke up DC. Kind of a desperate move here. We'll be going, unfortunately, the wrong direction, as everyone else for complexity on the south end of the map. Chessie is kind of low on mana. Ursa doesn't use a ton of mana, but definitely needs a little bit more than this. Do they have any arcanes? I don't think. I don't really have any mana sustain for this Ursa. Shrine dead. Or not active, not available. It's a dead shrine, but it's alive. You guys know what I mean. Blast will take down this tier 2 top lane, being pushed, and if the Ghost's out, they will look to snag a set of racks here. Bryle's gotta watch out for that glimpse, especially with the jump in from Moo. Static Storm's gonna go up, glimpse back onto Bryle. Once again, he is silent, but Chessie's gonna jump in right onto Ritsu. He's gonna go into the Ghost form, and he will be fine. Actually morphs into the Morph lane, still retreating, as the Ursa for real is gonna be doomed. He will back off safely. They're trying to focus down to move the Death Ward. The physical damage is enough to overwhelm that Dragon Knight, and it will be range racks to fall, probably. There it is. On top lane, mid lane is in full breach. Ritsu, though, he's just absolutely dishing damage onto this melee racks. The Ghosts are retreating now as AUI is going to get jumped. His ice armor is just going to be good enough, actually, as Chessie can't quite get the kill. AUI still really worse for the wear. They are trying to gun for this melee racks. A desperate move for DC for sure, but it looks like it may work out for them as AUI is going to charge forward to his doom. Chessie going to get sent back to the base. He will be just fine. The melee racks still stand. And without that doom, DC, I don't think have enough fighting power to stick around here. They're going to start mass TPing back. The Disruptor doesn't have a glimpse, and he's nowhere close either. Chessie's looking to rotate around from behind. Can't find the last hero remaining. It's going to be Stan King. For DC, they kill off a DK. I guess that's kind of nice, but taking down a range racks still is actually really, really good for them considering the situation they were in. But it's not going to be nearly enough to equalize this lane equilibrium. Like, they could complexity just push right down top lane, take the tier 2, and straight go high ground. Or kill off Enchantress. Bash, there's a bash. And that's why you pick up Ursa against Enchantress. Well, they found AUI as well. Short glimpse, not going to do anything. They'll still blast and drain him out. Blink dagger on Chessie's not yet up. Now it is. He's going to dodge the right click, get the blink off, and kill off the Doom. Even blast down Stan King down to half HP. Creep waves are not working well for complexity. So they will have backdoor protection disabled because of mid lane pushing in. They go straight to work on this bottom tier 3. Easy pickings. And now the bottom racks vulnerable. And will slowly but surely be taken down. Actually, no, that's pretty quick. That is not a slow and steady push. That is a very rapid push.
Radiant better raise a defense.
Now it's like, even if this entire racks was taken on top, it won't make a difference in this game.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
DC being 2 racks behind. I mean, I mentioned that 30-35 minute kind of limit here for complexity. With this type of draft, if you don't have a set of racks by 30 minutes, then you're going to be hurting. They have 2 racks up by 25 minutes. Effectively, their draft just got pushed to like a 45-minute draft. Like, they can push now the game to 45 minutes and without taking megas and still have a good shot. It's all about keeping the tempo in this game, and complexity have been doing a damn good job at it. And again, this is something that they have been running, I want to say like almost exclusively, since they're a little bit of a roster shuffle. Seems to be just what they're most comfortable with. Of course, yesterday they did throw away a huge lead against PGJ Storm, and a situation very similar to this. But this is a very different scenario for sure. I mean, the gold for complexity is definitely in their favor. They're also just translating it into items that help them end the game right away instead of just general fighting items. And the items are not really coming up for DC in a similar fashion. I mean, this Morphling's having a grand old time farming. Enchantress has the Hurricane Pipe, and we all know how that works with the Impetus, as long as you have the Vision. But this Morphling can only shotgun one guy at a time, and he's still sitting at only 980 HP, so if he does decide to go in, try to shotgun someone, like maybe Kitrak's gonna get blown up, but even then, dude, he's got 1400 HP. This Disruptor being level 12 with the drums is not an easy hero to insta-kill as the Morphling. Usually he's like the only one you can insta-kill. And if the Chen is able to pick up, it looks like he has the Dragon as the only option right now. Be able to pick up one of these Golem guys, big Granite Golems, this guy, get that additional HP boost, then I'm pretty sure everyone's just going to be pretty much immune to these Morphling shenanigans. Plus, if the Nether Ward is up and he decides to combo someone, he will just destroy himself. Z-Freak in the back is going to blow the smoke. They will blow each other's smoke. The Z-Freak v Ritsu is going to be revealed. But it's okay if this Chen takes the focus. That's kind of what he's for here. This creep can still function. As Stanky's going to get dropped elsewhere, they will take out that Chen, but they'll find an angle onto Bryle. This Death Prophet will have the Yule Scepter save suffer a little bit more, but will still fall into the clutches of Chessie. Meantime, Limp versus AY off to the corner. They will do the pun down, have him in the corner, and probably focus him down, but they lost the Morphling in exchange. Moo and Chessie still going off, and no one answering them. IX Mike gonna try TP out. He'll get glimpsed right back in as Chessie is now focusing onto the Doom. Will get the kill there. Focusing onto IX Mike. Will get the kill there as well. A triple and a double and a GG is called. As the Chen, again, the hero that you can focus if you really want to, but not having a Chen in these engagements isn't really a terribly huge deal for complexity. No focus going on to the DK, no focus going on to the Ursa, because they just simply don't have the damage.
I was practicing my backstroke.
Oh, tengo 118 suscriptores, ¿no? Acaba de suscribir. Sí, se acaba de suscribir.
¿Quién?
El mes.
¿Un ruso raro?
Ok, acabó la partida, así que tengo que buscar otra.